Oh, crap baskets. Alright, well, I guess I went live before I could do anything. So, change this. And change this. Come on. Bitch. Alright. Alright, there we go. Update that. Unfortunately, I'm not going to have a thumbnail for that because reasons. Because my silly butt hit the button before I should have. So give me a second here. Got a link. Got to send out deal saying, guess what? I'm live. And all right. So sorry for the other talking portion. Go there. All right. Now, this gives plenty of time for people to show up if they choose to. If not, we're just going to talk. That's what we do. There's too many sites for this. Okay. Just saw that. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Hayze Status, aka Jeff, and in today's first episode of Hayze Talks RAW, basically what this day is and what's going to be is every Tuesday evening, I'm going to sit down, I'm going to grind out some champions, we're going to do some tours, we're going to look at some fun builds, if we can find some in between while we're talking, and we discuss the events of Monday Night Raw. If you have not watched it yet, don't watch this. Go somewhere else because there's spoiler alerts left, right, and center through it. If you haven't seen it yet, I'm actually vastly surprised as the majority of people like Netflix and watch it. So that's kind of on the agenda for today. It will be for every Tuesday following until I see it necessary. I'm going to be looking into copyright laws because I know there's content creators or podcasters out there that they're watching the show while it happens and the audio is playing. So I'm not 100% what that does with copyright. I'd like to know so that way we can do Hayze Talks Raw or Hayze Talk or the other one's going to be Hayze Lays the SmackDown. But basically how I'm seeing this going is as time progresses, once I know a little bit more about the law and everything else that follows that, what I would like to do is have Raw or SmackDown playing over here while we're playing Champions, and that way we can get the audio from what's happening. I can be playing Champions, and we can all kind of discuss what's happening in the ring, what's happening on TV, so on and so forth. Kind of expanding, not just watching me play Champions or talking about builds, but more along the lines of talking about what's happening actually in wrestling. And as time progresses, we're going to add NXT to the mix. We might add Future Greats or whatever the hell the new show is, or Evolve, stuff like that. But for right now, I want to stick with Raw and SmackDown and PLEs. I got to find out about PLEs. If we can do PLE with the audio and stuff like that, copyright laws, so on and so forth. So let's get started on our normal tours here. We have our nice little bowl that we have to go across. And this will kind of segue into Monday Night Raw. So if you haven't seen Raw yet, it opened up with John Cena and Cody Rhodes. By far one of the best promos I've seen either one of them do in the longest amount of time. And there's actually a part of my brain that as I was watching it, legitimately thought, I wonder how many bets they made in the back to see what they can do as a response. I don't know what the hell's happening with the game. Clearly, the game is glitching when it comes to bowl. I guess, who's to say? But either way, As I'm watching him, I read body languages and stuff like that. I also listen to the crowd. I'm not really interested in the promo half the time. I'm interested upon the delivery. And the delivery that John and Cody gave on both of their ends, John being the loud, obnoxious heel, Cody being the calm, cool, and collected baby face, as it were, was actually rather fantastic. There was a couple of times where Cody made a few comments to John, and you could see John was trying really hard not to smile because you could tell he was enjoying himself. At least that's what he was portraying to me. If he was not enjoying himself and he is actually in that mindset of I hate being here right now because of all the people, very well played, sir. You tricked me. You're a fantastic actor. But there's a moment where John was saying that he can get them to chant, or basically he says something to chant Cody's name and everything, and they start going off, and he's laughing as he's holding up the microphone. Glorious. Because he was laughing the whole time, and I'm like, you know that he said in the back, I guarantee you I can get them to chant this. And he pulled it off. They're puppet masters pulling the strings, and they're so freaking eloquent that it is amazing. I don't know how the hell they do it. I for one, am vastly terrified of public speaking. And, yeah, that caught me off guard. But to be rightfully honest, the best portion of the whole thing, in my opinion, was the final portion. It was when John turned to go and hit Cody. Cody went and threw him into the crossroads and slammed his ass into the mat. Beautiful. Beautifully delivered, beautifully received. John sold it like he needed to. Cody looking kind of like a heel, but kind of like a babyface. They're really blurring those lines now. Phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. But it does pose the question. Now, I've heard a few professionals and podcasters talk about this today because I rewatched the episode 4 times. I wanted to make sure I knew what I was talking about. I wanted to make sure I didn't forget nothing. But I also listen to podcasting and what the heck is it? I know the name of it right now, but it's escaping me. It's Dave and Bubba Ray, and then they have Mark Henry and stuff like that on there. It's on Sirius. I think it's Over the Top Rope. I think that's what it is. It's Over the Top Rope. But either way, they were talking about all of it in general, and they pointed out exactly what I was thinking. History has shown, and these are their words, not mine. History has shown that when whoever hits the finisher on the opponent before the match, 90% of the time, they're the ones that lose. And I thought about it, and I'm like, that makes absolutely perfect sense. And the main reason for that is it segues over into, and I'm skipping a match. I know that I'm not going to go down the card, but I am going to talk about almost everything in there because I might forget something. That segues me into Jimmy versus Gunther. Phenomenal match. I really appreciate it. I actually am growing quite fond of Gunther as a heel. He is dangerous. He is absolutely exceptional in that ring, and I totally appreciate him. But the way that ended with Jimmy getting handcuffed, slammed to the ground, beaten to a bloody fucking pulp, and then Gunther standing up while Jay is zip-tied to the top rope. One, gave me flashbacks to when Randy Orton and Triple H were going at it right before WrestleMania 25, and Randy handcuffed Triple H to the rope and then proceeded to DDT Stephanie into the mat before giving her a kiss. It made me remember that, but the simple fact of watching Gunther destroy Jimmy while Jay is watching helplessly really instilled in my mind that I think John is going to win at WrestleMania. He's going to take down Cody. And I think Jay is going to beat Gunther. So that way, a heel is holding a title, and a babyface is still holding the title, the same way it's been since Triple H took over. A majority of the time, it has been heel holds one title, babyface holds another. In my humble opinion, that's how it's going to go, because Gunther fired the first shot. He is ultimately trying to kill any sort of momentum that Jay has. So there's the heel portion. But he outright dominated Jimmy. So that, to me, says that Jay has to win at WrestleMania. And then the fact that Cody hit the crossroads on John tells me flat out, John has to win. That's just my humble opinion. If I'm accurate, then heck yeah, I'm good at reading the business again. If I'm wrong, it's going to be a happy wrong. I can tell you that. I will be so pleased that they prove me wrong. Cody could walk away and Gunther could walk away, both still holding the title. That, I think, will make for an excellent, excellent show. I really, really do. However, biggest disappointment, in my eyes, the biggest disappointment was seeing Logan Paul. I love AJ Styles, don't get me wrong, but we all know AJ Styles is in his final years. He said it on Chris Van Vliet's, or Chris Valet. I don't know how to say his fucking name. CVV. He said it on his podcast that he is not going to wrestle past 50. He's in his late 40s. He's closing in on his final run as a professional wrestler. He doesn't want to be wrestling in his 50s. He doesn't want to go any further than that. Completely understand. Wrestling at 50, it's more taxing on your body than it is at 40. Same thing as it is at 30. So, ultimately, throwing AJ Styles against Logan Paul, I don't see how Logan Paul can go and claim that he is back, or he is officially a full-time WWE superstar, but only shows up for pay-per-views. Or PLEs, excuse me, PLEs. And I do not know why the game is doing this off of bullshit. See what I did there? I didn't even see it until I said it. But I don't see how Logan Paul can do this whole big spiel about how he's going to be a full-time wrestler when all he does is show up for PLEs. He shows up on the microphone on TV, but that's the extent. And yes, I understand that in his promo, he did go and say, "I don't wrestle for free." Bitch, you're getting paid irregardless. Don't even try me on this. You're on a set pay scale. You are already a millionaire at this point. You have done well beyond your years. But don't go and tell diehard fans that you are going to be a full-time wrestler, but only show up during PLEs. Is that part of the heel gimmick? Possibly. Hence the humble portion. That man's not humble. That man will never be humble. He's got an ego the size of the Grand Canyon, if not more. Rightfully deserved? Possibly. But this is also the YouTuber that got shut the fuck down because he went and recorded a dead body. Like, let's be honest here. This is also the same guy whose brother went and had a sparring match with Mike Tyson. Like, the amount of idiocracy that comes with that, it really, to me, underlines the exact tone of what society is in general. We literally are giving someone of that caliber and that amount of crap this much attention. We wonder why kids today are dumb. My opinion. But either way, I will state this. His finisher on AJ Styles looked amazing. The man does have talent. I cannot disregard that. I don't like the individual. I don't like how he speaks. I don't like anything about him outside of he is an actual natural athlete. He has picked up the business very, very well. He knows how to perform in the ring. He knows how to sell. He knows how to give. He knows how to do all of these things off of such a short window of time. And that's fantastic. You know, there are certain people in this world who find their niche pretty quickly, and he's found his niche very quickly. But either way, it still left me wanting. It left me wanting so much, because I don't understand why Logan would have to fight AJ. I don't understand why that is even a thing going into WrestleMania. But at the same end of that stick, I'm going to contradict myself here. It is WrestleMania. They do have to fill up the card. I get that. Completely understand. It seems to me like they are now filling in slots for no reason. Like, I won't be surprised if Otis and Akira Tozawa, I almost wanted to call him Yokozuna for a second, if Otis and Akira don't wind up having a regular match at WrestleMania, who knows? Given the little brief moment between them, Maxine, and Adam Pearce. Take it or leave it. I love me some Otis, but Akira Tozawa has never once in my life registered as a legitimate wrestler. He, after all this time in the WWE, still can't cut a promo. He is literally the laughing stock, in my eyes, of the business in and of itself. Otis has all the potential in the world to be one of the top superstars, but they keep him down there with the comedy and stuff. And if that's the route he wants to go, fantastic. But I truly believe him and Maxine, out of those three, could actually make it in the business if they were given a proper chance. But they have poor gimmicks, and they're not being taken seriously. I digress. I wish it was a better option, but it's just not. Now, that brings me over to the Penta and Braun versus the Judgment Day match. I was completely off base with my prediction during the feud. Completely off base. I found out, basically, after all that Ray is going to SmackDown. Penta is on Raw, so they can't do a tag team. But, okay, I wasn't completely wrong. I was still half right. I still believe Finn is going to turn on Dom and cause some sort of Judgment Day implosion off of that. Based off of their interactions after the match. We'll get to that in a second. The match itself, very, very solid. They opened a giant door for a phenomenal match at WrestleMania, and that excited me, if I'm being honest. Basically, how it all went down is they were having a good match, and then I can't exactly remember what happened. I think Dom got involved and pulled Finn out of the way. But either way, Penta gets speared by Braun, which was hilarious. Braun gets taken out by Finn and Dom, and then Judgment Day wins. Penta loses it on Braun in the backstage because he's stupid, according to Penta. And then Finn is talking about, oh, me. I did this. Acting like he did it all by himself. Quintessential heel Finn. Always about himself, never about the group. And we all kind of saw this coming months back when it went from Judgment Day doesn't have a leader, that's why we got rid of Rhea and Damian, to now it is listen to Finn and you'll win. Dropping those little nuggets, showing an implosion. It clearly shows that Finn was more jealous of Rhea and Damian's success, which we all kind of knew. And he wanted Judgment Day for himself because Finn, in the past, has always been a selfish little tart. That's his character. His character in any group, he wants to be the leader. He wants to be the focal point. He wants everyone's eyes on him at all times. It was the same way when he's in the Bullet Club. If you watch any of those, it's the same way. So, ultimately, I know that's going to lead into a fatal four-way because Finn said he's going to go talk to Adam Pearce about a title match. Liv said Dom should be in it, so she's going to go talk to Adam Pearce for Dom to be involved. And I'd actually like to see a fatal four-way for the Intercontinental title. I'd like to see the fatal four-way for that. I think it'd be really freaking solid. I think it'd be a lot of fun. Really. I think that if they do it correctly, Braun's going to walk away the winner. He's still going to retain. Penta's going to get his ass kicked while dishing out some serious ass kicking. But something's going to happen to where Dom or Finn hits the other. Dom or Finn. Finn's either going to hit Dom. Dom's going to hit Finn one way or another. That's going to lead to a mental freaking breakdown. And I am excited for it. I want to see the implosion of the Judgment Day the way it needs to be done. Because Rhea is never coming back to it. Damian's never coming back to it. They're off on their own. They're doing wonderful things by themselves. They don't need the Judgment Day anymore. Dom, in my eyes, does need to hold a title very soon. Now, that said, it opens up for theory number 2 in regards to this Fatal 4-Way. Because I have 2. Should have stipulated that at the beginning. My thought is that Dom accidentally wins the title at WrestleMania. He wins the title, and then Finn goes and tells Dom that it should have been his the whole time. That just because they're brothers in the Judgment Day does not mean that Dom should be holding the title while Finn doesn't. That's going to lead into them going at it. Dom's going to beat Finn off of some reason or another, and it's just going to blow the shit out of Finn's entire life. I think it'll go into a massive implosion, similar to what it did with Damien. I really believe Finn's going to chop him down to fucking size and stipulate, I'm the leader here. You listen to me, nobody else, and that's my title because I said I'm going to have it. Because I want it. Like a petulant fucking child. My eyes, that's how that's going to go, and it's going to be fucking hilarious. I will laugh so hard if that's how that goes. But who's to say? I think Dom needs to hold the title. I really believe that Finn needs to go off on his own. I really do. I think the Judgment Day needs to come to an end. It's been a fun ride. It's been a fun concept. I don't think it works anymore. It hasn't worked. Well, basically, since Damien and Rhea got kicked. It hasn't worked, and it needs to stop. Speaking of groups, Xavier Woods and Kofi Kingston versus the War Raiders. Who's excited for that? I am. I am absolutely excited to see Xavier Woods and Kofi Kingston go against the War Raiders, because that is just veteran presence all the way around. The new Judgment Day, or not the new Judgment Day, the New Day is rather intriguing if you really think about it. If you think about them going from power of positivity to just absolutely hating everybody, it's really rather kind of fun. They did a very good job. They went from being the best baby faces in the business to being one of the groups that everyone freaking despises because of the fact they turned on Big E. I don't know of any other group that has done that so quickly. We have had multiple tag teams in WWE, WWF history that have went from babyface to heel, but it was a gradual decline or gradual transition over to that. And to be rightfully honest, do I have any of these? Did I pull any of these? No, I did not. Really no reason to look at the victory tours. On to the shit I've missed. Go to the heart because I want to do polls. But I don't think we've ever actually seen a tag team go from absolute baby faces to immediately hated by every person. Every single one. That to me is fantastic. I love it. I loved every second of it. And for them to go into potentially WrestleMania against the War Raiders, I think it's going to be pretty freaking solid. Why are you on this? It had to have been from another thing. It had to have been. Either way, we're just going to go for move damage here. R-Truth is pretty straight freaking forward. I don't play him often. But their match against the New Catch Republic was honestly a banger. I thought it was really, really solid. Very well executed. Very well done. I didn't see any real issues in the match itself as I watched it 4 damn times. The ending kind of left me wanting, though, because it was, I guess that was the mistake. That's what I was thinking of. There wasn't a mistake until the very end. Oh, that's why I did it. Okay. The end of the match, Tyler Bate hung on those ropes a little bit too long. He literally was getting ready to go, realized that if he went, nothing was going to stop him, and he needed to get stopped by Kofi. He knew his steps. So he went bounce, bounce, and then if you watch, he goes bounce again, and that's when Kofi grabs and pulls. Very well done. I outside of that little portion, I had no complaints over the match itself. New Day is getting better and better and better at being the heels that they have needed to be for a while, and that's great. I hope that continues. But that also bears the question, why did we have an entire thing about Big E being their manager until he's ready to come back if there's been nothing involved with Big E since they booted him out of the New Day? That bears the question. Is it long-term storytelling? Was that just a little nugget? Was it only a transition? Is Big E really never coming back? I would love to see Big E come back. He is one of my favorites. I loved his entire gimmick. But is he ever going to come back? I don't know. I don't think anyone knows. I think he's the only one who does know, and he ain't letting that shit out. He's doing great on the side with the post shows and his commentary and his fun little snippets during the PLEs about the culture of other places. He's doing great there, but I hope he comes back because, you know, I do kind of agree with Kofi during that promo a long time ago. This is talking about past. I do agree. He broke his neck. So have so many other people. Other people broke their necks and had recovery time over a few years and then came back. Big E just isn't coming back. So why dangle the carrot if you're not going to feed the horse? You know, that's my kind of perception on it. Why dangle the carrot if you're not going to feed the horse? If you're not going to bring Big E back, why even have the whole thing about them kicking him out? Why? Was that just to ignite the fuel of a heel? Why bring in their parents and their family members? Was that just to solidify them as heels? Was that just to progress the storyline? I don't know. And I'd like to know. I would very much like to know. And hopefully we find that out soon. Hopefully we find that out soon. Come WrestleMania, maybe. Maybe after. Maybe after they win the titles. Because I do see them winning the titles off the War Raiders. However, War Raiders kind of on a bit of a winning streak right now. What was the other matches? Let's think. No, I think it comes down to the title match now. Now I'm thinking about it. We talked about the promo. We talked about the tag team match. We talked about the Gunther and Jay match. Or Jimmy match. Was there another one? There was a promo. Yeah, no, it comes down to the title match now that I'm thinking about it. Io Sky versus Rhea Ripley for the title with Bianca as the referee. Now, if you watch that and weren't automatically assuming that shit was going to hit the fan and it was going to turn into a triple threat match at WrestleMania, you are kidding yourself. We all saw that coming from a mile away. The second Rhea signed the damn contract, we all knew it was going to be a triple threat match. The second Adam Pearce went and said that Bianca is going to be the special guest referee. WWE, for as much as it changes, will always remain the same. If there is someone involved in the match already that happens to turn into a special guest referee to play fair, we all know something's going to happen or things aren't going to be played fair. And that's exactly what happened in the freaking match. Like, they did well. They were really flexing themselves, Rhea and Io. Off the rip, they stepped on the gas. They just started going hardcore. And I'm like, okay, cool. This is getting interesting. Like, I don't see this being a normal title match, but I also see this going very, very hard. And sure enough, they went hard. They went and fought their hearts out. Now, there is one spot that changed this whole thing. And that was when Bianca is standing behind Io. And Rhea comes charging at Io. And Bianca didn't move. Bianca just stood there. And full on took the kick to the face. There are previous referees that have taken bumps and gotten hit. And you didn't see that shit coming at all. Because they knew their position and where to go. I felt that was the sloppy part of the transition. We all knew it was going to happen. We all knew it was coming. But it was sloppy. because Bianca just fucking stood there. And in my eyes, I'm going, you're the ref. You're standing behind the contestant. You know they've been going full gas this entire time. Why aren't you going to move out of the way first? You see Io come right here. She's right in front of your face. Move. Move out of the way. Be in the corner for all I care about. Do a reverse Irish whip and have her get taken out with that whole stall thing where they hold and they stare eye to eye with the ref. And then the ref indicates for them to move with their eyes going over. And then they move and then they get hit. That makes far more sense. But when you're standing almost tap dead center in the ring, she was almost in the middle of the ring. Still got hit in the face. I'm like, okay, that's fair. We all knew she was going to get hit. We all knew this. That's fair. How's this going to progress? And then the bump Io took from Rhea Ripley's finisher, the Riptide. Holy shit. If Io didn't walk away with a little bit of whiplash, I will be absolutely surprised because that looked violent. Her head bounced. And I don't mean a normal, nice little, it was a boom, boom. It was hit hard. Count to 20 from the audience because Bianca's out on the side. And Rhea starts the Rhea shit, which is, get in the ring. What are you doing? You're about to be counting. Go. Like, okay, this shit's over. Like, quit playing that card with us. Just get your ass out of the ring, grab her, throw her in, be violent about it, and say, counter. And then cover, then have her kick out. Like, give a little bit of difference compared to every single match we've ever seen where the referee gets hit. They didn't even have a run-in. They had no run-in referee at all. And that was after Rhea attacked Bianca. Rhea actually attacks Bianca. And I'm like, oh, okay, cool. This is going to lead to a disqualification. That makes perfect sense. Rhea's going to lose because she gets disqualified. Okay. That solidifies that Rhea's still a beast. It makes it to where Io still holds the title. Beautiful. Like, I'm not seeing an issue there. When the missile drop kick from Io hit Bianca, Bianca goes, I'm tired of this shit, or tired of this. Ring the bell. I'm like, why are you holding your head? You've been hit 1,000 times harder than that. And your selling sucks. So, Braun stomp. That's fun. But I guess I digress with that. I'm nitpicking it a little bit. I am not a professional wrestler. I am not a professional anything outside of shit talking. So my words don't mean jack shit. But as a fan, this is what I'm seeing. Because I'm speaking from a fan perspective. And I've always wanted to kind of do this. Speaking from a fan perspective, it makes absolutely perfect sense that they would pull this crap. Now, that stated, the show did end with Rhea holding the title above both Bianca and Io laying on the ground. That's pretty damn good in my opinion. Like, you showed exactly what we all wanted to see. We all wanted to see Rhea win. There was no ifs, ands, or buts about that. I'm one of those people. I wanted to see Rhea win. But we're going to get a triple threat at WrestleMania. What's going on, Kimo? So ultimately, the triple threat, now we're sitting at a stacked WrestleMania where we have a triple threat ending the show. We have a triple threat for the women's title. A fatal four-way for the Intercontinental title. That's a lot of bodies going to be inside that ring. And to, I guess, a dismay, I don't know where Jay and Gunther are going to stand on the card. Because Seth, Roman, and Punk are ending the actual show on Sunday. They're on night 2. They're closing out night 2. Isn't the Royal Rumble winner supposed to be closing out the show on night 2? So does that mean that they're going to close out the show day 1? But that makes no sense, because closing out the show means it's all over. So Am I just being stupid? I could just be being stupid. I don't know. My eyes, it looks like they're going to night 2 with the Roman, Seth, and Punk fight. Could also be night 1. But where does that put John and Cody? Are they going to open the show? Because you kind of can't open the show with that. Royal Rumble winner is supposed to close the show. So you have 3 matches that are supposed to be closing a show. And enlightenment. So I gotta find enlightenment here with this because it makes no sense to me. And yes, we're upgrading Bubba because I have to, and I want to. I really want Bubba up there. I need to work Tricksters, and Bubba's fun. Bubba's got a fun triple yellow build. I still got to get the Royal Rumble plate for it, but I still remember him being a hoss. I need purple TP like nobody's business. But either way, I digress. I don't fully know how WrestleMania is gonna go. I'm thinking maybe, possibly, Cena and Cody open the show, kind of like what they did with Drew McIntyre and Seth Rollins, opening the show on Sunday. So, no, I got Bubba last month. I was only a few shards away from him last month when he was in the bags for logging in every day. And then I finally just pulled the last of his shards. I just didn't work him. I had other projects in place. So I kind of just avoided him. That, and I also needed the TP for other cards. But no, now I'm working him. Now I'm hoping maybe something good will happen with him. But I've got so many damn Tricksters now, Chemo. I got so many. Between Bo, TMNT Xavier, Ozzy, Solo Sikoa, like, I'm stacked on Tricksters. I guess the only real reason why I would take him up to 6-star gold, mainly arrow requirements. I don't know. He doesn't excite me that much. He really doesn't. Unless you have, like, the right plates. And I definitely don't have the yellow Royal Rumble plate. So that kind of kills off me wanting to play with him. But who's to say I don't pull it one day? So it's better just to take him up now, get it out of the way, and then, you know, fingers crossed I get the yellow Royal Rumble plate. Fingers are crossed, but you never know. Like, his is a triple purple setup. Choose one row to make it a trap jump. Broken by you. Deal 5,251. Increase your yellow or purple moves by 17%. So similar to Chelsea. Choose a 7x4 area to swap into red gems and pen. Okay. So the Bubba specs weren't for Bubba. They're strictly for Diva. You only need Sheriff's Badge? Oh, because of the triple purple. No. Explain this. Yellow finisher. Okay. Which will modify all gems into yellow gems when broken by you. 7 gems to make into purple. Oh, okay. So I'm assuming you have the running splash with the pile driver. Use the pile driver to load the bubble bomb. Hit the running splash. And then hit the finisher so that way you can trigger the Sheriff's Badge. Because I believe I have a spare one. See if I even have a belt. Ooh. 25% health or stun immunity. Go with stun immunity, I guess. Alright, let's get him to at least 6-star goal or 6-star real quick. See if and then I'm assuming you use NWO Hogan, right? As a coach. So that way you can charge up the finisher faster. So it would be this to here. This to here. and then this to here. All right, and then whoopsie. Need NW. Yeah. Okay. Cool. So that's what. So similar to Chelsea. Okay. And then I'm assuming it is Showboat Kofi and then Showboat Cena for trainers, NWO Hogan, and then preferably a yellow gem damage increase on Coach, whether it be Sami Zayn or Zombie Sammy or what's his bucket. Basically, it'll look like this. All right. Scroll. Allergy season's kicking my ass tonight. Yep. Okay, cool. I didn't think of Sheriff Badge. Good looking out, bud. I appreciate you. All right, so there. And then NWO Hogan. I guess I could do Stunning Steve. I forgot they changed him. That's pretty fun. I gotta add him a little bit more around. I'll just add him. Fuck it. 30%'s better than nothing. Technically, Z Sammy is 30% anyway, so that does work out. Plays tenfold. And then... Come on. You do not have any skill plates. You do not have any skill plates. Huh? I think I actually have the RKO. Why is it telling me I don't have any skill plates? Oh, a fun new glitch. Awesome. Oh, give me a second. I gotta close out the fucking screen. With every new update, there's always some form of a fun freaking glitch. I don't know if I got the Randy Orton plate, but I might have. I don't remember. I might have to check that. Hey man, if he hits like a Mack truck, I'll fucking take it. I'll take him all the way to 6-star gold if it means he hits like a Mack truck. I mean, I do kind of have to cover some eras for the New Way Feuds layout. Oh. April Fool glitch by Scopely. Damn straight it is. You don't have any skill plates. I know I have plenty of skill plates. I know I have a lot. More than I really freaking need. And now you're red ringing me to death. Okay, there we go. All right. Screen comes back. There we go. Okay. Let's try this again. Bubba. Title. You do not have any skill plates. Yeah. I do. Let me check something. Oh. Dude, where's all my skill plates? What? All of my plates are gone. Every single one is gone. What? Are they all hiding in my inventory right now because something? What? The actual fuck? What? All right, I need to check something. I don't care about someone. That's what I'm about to do. I gotta check something. Dude, I swear to God, if all of my freaking skill plates are gone, I'm gonna be so pissed. I don't know how the hell they would go bye-bye. You can't sell them. Like, how the hell are they all gone? And now my phone is taking forever to fucking load. This is not exciting. This is a kick in the freaking teeth right now. The hell? All right. If this is an April Fool's joke, bravo, Scope Live. All right, who has skill plates? You have skill plates. Dude, my taker belt's gone. My belt for Undertaker's gone. Chelsea? Chelsea's belt's gone. No, it's still there. There. Okay, there's a. Okay, she's got a belt on her now. Okay, that was just a visual. Okay. Taker. Okay, his belt's back. Plates are there. Oh, I was about to have a freaking heart attack. Bubba. Go there. Check here. Now there's all my freaking skill plates. Trying to see if I have the Viper plate real quick. Oh, I do. Holy crap. All right. Well, let's try it on the computer now. All right. All of them are back. I do have the Viper plate. I actually have both the plates available for Bubba. So let's see if it'll load up on the fucking screen. I almost had a portion where I almost broke my fucking phone, bro. And it's not even my phone's fault, but that just almost pushed me over the damn edge. Like, candidly, it almost pushed me over the edge. All right. All right, now it's not loading up on the computer. This game, I don't know why I do this to myself. I really don't. I don't understand why I am physically bringing myself to do this. Because the simple fact is this is an ongoing, this has been an ongoing occurrence since I downloaded the game. I've had to uninstall it and reinstall it like twice on my phone. Uninstall it, reinstall it once on my tablet. The better things get, the worse they get at the same time. As something gets better with this, something else gets far worse. It's like they steal from Peter to give to Paul. And they don't realize that they're stealing a lot more from Peter and giving very few to Paul. Or they do. I don't know. But I gotta black out my damn screen right now until I get to fully expand out the damn screen so that way people don't see my stuff. Because to my knowledge, there's still hackers in this that like to steal people's accounts. And if someone steals this account, I will be ticked. All right, let's try this again. I'm going to put this up here, so just in case it happens again. Bubba. Okay, there we go, you bastard. All right, Sheriff Badge. And all the way down. RK Bro. The RK Overload. There we go. Beautiful. Cool. We're all set there. So, now it goes into taking medals. I just want to see the damage. Ain't gonna mean shit in this tour, but I just want to see it. Because it can. And I'm going to. Alright. We're still set up. Beautiful. 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 Almost had a giant eruption on the game. Almost. Came very fucking close. Go to hell mode with this one. So I gotta do all the tours anyways. Alright. He's got 5 minutes. Okay, hit that, so that fills. Hit that. Boing. 387,000. Not a bad hit. That's a million. $8 million at 6-star bronze, so 11 million total. So are we looking at about 45 million? Probably 50 million on tour against anything not a technician. And then with technician, we got a triplet basically. So against a tech, it's going to be very, very good. Against anybody else, man. They're kind of similar to Devon. I'd assume Bubba and Devon are very, very, very similar. Allergy season. Kiss my ass. Oh, I hate the fact I'm allergic to anything. This is stupid. Alright. So, 4 million. 4 million for the initial hit. And then you've got this stacked on top of that. So I forgot to include this damage. No, it's all equated together. That's really not a bad hit. Not at all. I think, honestly, probably would be a lot better if it was triple yellow with the yellow Royal Rumble plate. Might be a little bit better, but that still slaps. Can't be upset about it if it slaps. I probably could, but that's just me nitpicking. But thanks, Chemo. I appreciate your advice, big guy. Because I never would have put 2 and 2 together with that. I would have been stuck on the Royal Rumble plate. But at least this makes Bubba viable. It makes him usable. Not in this scenario. Probably should be 6-star silver for this. But I'm out of tokens. I'm out of resources. I am out of everything. So I should probably start looking into reloading everything. Potential. Good. But at least I know Bubba is viable, Bubba is usable, so Bubba will go to 6-star rock or 6-star gold. That's really not a bad hit. Gunther's a fucking chore though. If I lose this, I'm gonna laugh. Because it looks like I'm gonna lose it. 6-star bronze should not fight a 6-star silver. Especially with the difference in usage. Oh! Okay, now I see why people like Gunther. That's nasty. You throw the yeet plate on him? Oh my Lanta? That's disturbing. No wonder every time I see Showboat Gunther, I take Devon in. You have to one-shot him. If not, you're done. No, I'm not going to try again because I can't take him up any higher. If I can take him up higher towards the end of the week, I'll do it. But that was exciting. All right, go to hard mode. Go down to the Steiner Brothers. Get that last loot coin. Get the loot coin. Move on with our day. Go and do our 3 polls. Call it good. Go from there. One of these days, it's going to be more entertaining. I'm still got to look into copyright laws. I think it'd be a whole hell of a lot more entertaining stream if I could have real wrestling playing in the background. Because I don't know exactly how that all works out. If I got to, like, sign something or, you know, pay somebody. I don't exactly know. I got to look into that. Because there's so many streamers out there that live react to Monday Night Raw or any of the other WWE things. I'm curious as to how they do it. Like, and not get copyrighted. Do they just opt out of any monetization and just strictly get money from sponsors? If that's the case, that is going to be a long time for me from that one because I ain't going to get sponsors anytime fucking soon. I don't know. But I can say this with full absolute certainty. I really wish Scott and I really wish the Steiners were better. They're just not. I've tried to make Steiner work in every way possible, and it just doesn't. I guess maybe with the buzzer plate might be good. Adding 150% to gems might make him good. Let's look here. Let's take a gander at belts. Come here. Let me see you. Oh, it wouldn't matter anyways, because we don't have an ultimate strap for you. If there was an ultimate strap. I can't even look at the metal. If there was an ultimate strap. Roman Raid Shades, that might be good on him. Dexter plate, or the buzzer plate, might be good on him. What would go in that main slot, though? What would go in the primary? I don't think there's any cross break plates that I have. I should say that. I don't have the plate. So I think the only real usage out of it is doing that and putting full max armor medals on him, maybe. T2, or the armor 2. T6. Throw those on him, maybe. Maybe that will help. Won't increase damage. I gotta sneeze. Biscuits. Oh my god. I hate allergy season so damn much. Oh, it all came out of nowhere, man. All came out of nowhere. Holy crap baskets. Oh. I have not had a problem all day long. And in about an hour and 15 minutes ago, it kicked in. I don't know why. But I'm about to medicate the shit out of myself. That's what I'm about to do. I'm about to medicate and go sleepies. Because this is horrible. Oh, crap baskets. Let's get to the polls. I really wish I had King Booker. He's one of the ones I'm missing. Alrighty, let's see if streamer luck kicks in. Shall we? Let's see if there's any such thing as streamer luck. We got ourselves 3 polls. Let's give it a shot. No stars. All right. Well, that sucks. All right, 2 left. No stars. Nope. Even worse. And oh, there's stars. 5 star, 4 star, 5 star. Ooh. 5 star Macho Man. Beautiful. That's a fuse. Okay, cool. I was hoping for 6 and for Rex Ringham to pull up, but hey. Beggars can't be choosers, my lord. I didn't get any free polls today, so that kind of hurts. Well, I guess we have the Alexa Bliss one. We can do this real quick. I think Bliss still has a belt. Maybe, possibly. Yep, still has a belt. Still got the same trainers? Nope. Of course not. Why would you? Black. So, hop in like we just don't care. Do this last one, do the last poll. Call it good. Basically, bottom line of this episode, I was very pleased with Monday Night Raw. I am going to try and get it to where I can actually stream with Monday Night Raw playing. I totally missed the blue belt or blue gem by that point. Maybe even have it set up to where every time I do a feud or something, I have a previous pay-per-view or something playing in the background. That we can just listen to the audio, enjoy it, talk about the match. Maybe you guys can watch the same match at home. Who knows? I'm trying to throw out ideas to make this a far more compelling channel and a far better reason for everyone to come back and say hello. It can't just be this beautiful face. I had no idea where I was going with that. I felt like having an ego boost. But I'm going to come and find out ideas. I got to look up copyright laws and what exactly I have to do on my end. And it will not surprise me if I have to jump through 15 different hoops. It is WWE, after all, multi-billion-dollar company. I'm sure the other streamers have had to do all of it as well. But I'll see. Eventually, we're going to get Alexa back with Bo, because she hasn't been used in God knows how long. She literally just came back, had 2 matches, and then went shoo-shoo. Horrible, horrible, horrible. But, hey, we'll see her eventually. She's signed back full-time anyways. Unlike Logan Paul, who's not full-time, but acts like he's full-time, but isn't really full-time, but is only full-time pay-per-view. Fuck out. That man angers me so much. It's not because of his success. It's really not. I applaud anyone who has put in that much effort and gotten to where they are. But let's be honest with ourselves. When it comes to Logan Paul and Jake Paul, they both made it to a very high level and then just decided to start fucking cutting corners. All the time cutting corners. I mean, shit. Jake fought freaking Mike Tyson, and it was the worst boxing match I've ever seen in my life. I don't normally watch boxing. I watched Tyson back in the day. I watched a few of the Ali fights because people were talking about them. But watching the sparring match between Jake Paul and Mike Tyson ultimately just made me want to rip both their heads. And I physically could. I know they can both kick my ass. But either way, it was a waste of everyone's time and money. It really was. They robbed a lot of people. And the same thing is going for Logan, too. He's in the WWE, but he's only there for PLEs. He is legitimately a content creator that became a WWE superstar and is now taking up the slot of someone who could be doing exactly what he's doing, but better. Wow, that was the worst 4 polls I've ever had. God, that was horrible. Oh, real quick, let's talk about this. This is fun. It's Dom, but it's ladies. We're going to have the ladies whooping on Dom. More importantly, we're going to have Maxine Dupree and Zombie Liv beating the shit out of Dom. That's just that's just reality, folks. Let's look here. Blue gems increased, so we're going to go with Naya, because multiply. Blue gems reinforce. That's Maxine Dupree all day long. Of course. Of course the game is going to glitch. May Young does yellow across the bottom, but is primarily green. So she's just going to be a body. So we're going to put her in because she's just going to be a body. But she can stack. And then Zombie Live. Because Zombie Live with the... Oh my god, they're not letting plates in? Oh, the steel cage rolls can suck it. Either way, it doesn't matter. Either way, she's still going to stack. She's going to stack on top of the 500% increase. We have reinforced with 500 on blue. Naya, Maxine, and May are going to run rough shot. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. What do we got going on here? Damage and deals an additional 2 million for each boss turn that has elapsed. Okay. Shield break 125 green gems. Okay, so green gems. That'll be good for May. May can help break those. Or we just do straight up Naomi. Naomi to help for shields. We have freeze moves. And then turn modified gems and boss damage. Turn any 25 all-color gems into immobile gems. Then increase the boss damage by 100% for 2 turns if there is a mobile gem on the board. Can be removed by boss breaker. Okay. Interesting. So, that tells me I need to have May there. I do kind of want to try Naya, but Naya is ultimately a... I think she's only going to get her moves off once. She'll do the headbutt. Then there's about 15-20 seconds of color turn, then multiply. Then another 15 seconds for the finisher. Being blue, fill in the board, and then a cascade. So possibly a headbutt following that, and then one more finisher. So without the multiply, so basically initial hit's going to be a head breaker and then regular. Maxine's probably going to be the only one that is of actual value for this. Like, I wish I could have the Piper plate on her, but we're going to have... Yeah, Maxine's the only one I can think of that's really going to rock the shit out of this. Because she's going to have a massive pump from the reinforce and the blue. Yeah. Nope, it's going to be green. No? Yeah, nope, we're screwed. She's one row to make it a blue green. They'll do green about... I thought it was blue for some reason. That's where I thought it was. Maxine's not going to do it. Oh, no, Maxine still might because reinforce. The 700% on the reinforce, but not blue. Alright. Alright. I thought she was blue. I don't know why the hell I thought she was any other color. Let's see here. Maxine will do decent because of the reinforce. Who else can do well here? Naomi will be great for shield break. Charlotte will be great for shield break. Acro Bianca might actually be a good call. I mean, without the plate, it's really not that big of a deal. You're just doing a lot of clicking. The animation time, I think, is what's going to be the killer. It'll be multiply gems with the blues that'll help out a ton. So that will be Naya. Naya will help. The hair whip, the alley-oop, both of those are going to... You don't even have to worry about the alley-oop. You do the hair whip. You do the hair whip, you get the spear charge, you just do the 2 moves. But you do have to swipe and then wait for the trigger. Then once the trigger hits, then you move over to the spear. Now, technically, you could just do the hair whip. Can I can. I could, but there's no point because I do have two other males I have to work on that are acros. B would be a good choice. I still think Zombie Liv will be a fantastic choice because she can stack, but she is going to need fast shield breakers. Shotzi might be good. Kyrie might be good. There's going to be acros that are going to actually be worth the merit in this fight. Acro Rhea might do it because of the multiply, but there really is no recycle to that, so that might be a waste. And then I don't have any of the other new bit. I don't have any new. I don't have any of the new females. Jade's green, so I'm not worried about Jade. Naya might be my only answer. My only answer. Everybody else might have a lot more. I have Z-Liv and Naya for this. I mean, Lyra might do it. No. Fuck out of here. Look at Lyra. I have no idea what Lyra does. For every column break, you make 26 into purple. 4 gems to make into blue. Red. Increase your red gem damage by 200%. Column break. Red MP by 2 and increase your blue gem damage by 25%. So... Wow, her... Okay. Not her. Zombie Bailey. Your silence. It might actually just be Maxine. It might be Maxine. Maxine's going to be the best choice for my lineup at least. The reason for that, she can contribute with the shield. So shield goes up, you hit the pyro, you put up the reinforce. I don't necessarily think you have to worry about increasing the damage because you're helping with the shield. So you do the 1 for the pyro, do the reinforce up top, hit your arm drag, rinse and repeat. I think she can drop the shield in essentially 2 rotations. She should be able to drop the shield. And then if someone has like a Naya, they can be sitting waiting to hit their finisher. Considering there is no stack because there is no plates. Basically, the Zombie Liv and the Naya are going to be my slammers. Maxine Dupree and Mae Young are going to be my shield breakers. At least I can fucking stream this. So, there we go. That's all I needed to know. Was I going to be able to stream this? Everything but skill play. The steel cage rules need to go away, man. It's still the same month, Jeff. Still the same month in the game. This is Elimination Chamber month in the game, so there is a reason why it's still steel cage rules. Once this month is over, hopefully we don't have to deal with this shit no more. Fingers are crossed. All right, well, that was very, very productive. In my eyes, that was productive. We got Bubba to work. I'm not unlocking Julius until I truly have to. Got the stars, got our scouts missioned out. We did our tours on hard for our polls. Walked through that lineup a little bit easier than I thought I was going to. Shield, damage. I mean, not an issue there. What do you got on Boss Breaker? I don't think I have enough for any of this shit, but hey. Yeah, we'll hold. Probably go with the neutralizer, but who's to say? Hell Freezes Over is going to be the one I'm going to need to use. So we're just going to hit that, level this shit up as high as we can go, which is level 5. I need to start focusing boss stuff. And then May. Cracking the shield. 20% gem damage and 20% move damage to the player. To the boss. And 20% of the player ignores the boss's shield and directly affects the boss's health for the next 3 actions. All right, I didn't know it was 3 actions, but hey, at least it's something. We have a lot more here, so I think we're gonna do exhaust. I think exhaust makes the most sense. And reduce the boss damage by 20% for the next boss, dude. Yeah, we'll do this one. Exhaust is gonna be a lot better. Oh yeah, I finally got to max out one. That's cool. At least for females. So we'll do half a mil and reduce the boss's damage by half for the next 2 turns. So that'll work. We'll just hit the exhaust all the time. Fantastic. Naya's the only one. It ain't gonna be much. So I don't even think it's worth investing the coins right now. Or the resources. That'll do. So Naya damage because of multiply. And if we go in with the normal build, which would be normal build. Memra. Bam. Go with this. Just making sure we're ready. That's all. Because who's to say I don't pay attention to this till later and I screw up? Alright, well, that sets up nicely. So we'll have 29 multiply gems of strength 9. We'll do a bunch of damage just off of that alone. Probably looking at, I don't even know how high up. I don't even want to speculate how high the damage is going to be, because if it's not that high, I'm going to be disappointed. But really what I'm hoping from all of it is I can do all 3 on the first turn. That should be a good chunk of damage. And if there is a Naomi, a May, Maxine Dupree, Charlotte, I mean, the list goes on freaking green gem users for females that can break the shield. That would be beneficial, having 2 of those. So if you have 2 damage dealers and 2 of those, you should be right as fucking rain. Really. And honestly, I don't think it would last very long. I think it'd probably go turn 2. If done efficiently. Hopefully, there'd be one that has a hell freezes over that's at max level, even though I can't get there. I may spend a little bit just to get that up to level 10 so I can contribute. Outside of just shield break. Because the shield breaker is going to have the hell freezes over. But this is just my roster. I am 100% positive people who have a whale roster will have much more to choose from. But this is a start, at least, for anybody who has these kind of cards. So, it's going to be over the weekend. Because you got Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and then the weekend hits and then it's boss battle. So, who knows? Maybe come Saturday, I'll change my perspective, but highly unlikely. Yep. Highly, highly unlikely. Yeah. And I'll do stip tours when I damn well feel like it. Alright, guys. Well, that's going to be tonight's stream. I have to cut it short. Hour and 20 minutes is really not that bad. Because I got to go pick up people and be an adult still until super late tonight. And I'm already tired. I want to go to sleep. I got to stay awake. Yeah. So, tomorrow night, most likely going to be Verdansk. And I'm going to try and play COD tomorrow night and see if it crashes, because tomorrow is when Verdansk comes back. So, yeah. Anyone wants to show up for that, you're more than welcome. If not, then the VOD's going to be available, because that's all I'm doing is live streaming. And then Thursday night is going to be something. I haven't quite figured it out yet. But every day is going to be a stream. So, yeah. Life can be fun.